It's that time of year again! The annual season where Bioworld fills the stores with the most expensive FNAF plushies on the market. Well, alongside Hex, that is. So, what makes these interesting-looking plushies so dang valuable? A few straps and a zippered pocket. It's backpack season! Or, to all the under 20 club, back to school season! Today we're taking the deepest dive into the world of FNAF packs that we can handle. Plushie packs, classic packs, Loungefly wannabe packs. Even Hex has a backpack now. I've spent all summer and even last summer testing their worth, so you don't end up with buyer's remorse. Can it fit a laptop? A phone? Can I take it on a plane? Will it survive my sister's dog? Let's find out. To kick off our review, we'll begin in the Loungefly wannabe category. But if you're looking for something specific, feel free to skip ahead. For those of you unfamiliar with the brand Loungefly, clearly you've never been to a convention, let alone Disneyland. These bags are a staple in fandom culture, known for their intricate designs, high quality, rarity, and of course, price tag. And with such popularity and demand came the clones. Five Nights at Freddy's has 4 of these types of bags, but please, do expect more to come. Not only that, but the series was also picked up by the authentic Loungefly, where over the years, 4 have been released. Luckily, I was able to get my paws on the 2 newest ones, but Bowler Hat Freddy and Rockstar Foxy were, well, a little out of my budget. You would not believe some of the absurd prices people will pay. You know what? No, I can totally believe it. Funko products exist. Wait, Funko bought Loungefly? Of course they did! Of course Funko owns Loungefly. I'm honestly terrified to even take these out of their bags now, but the review must go on. Let's begin with the newest authentic release, 2025 Classic Freddy. Immediately upon unwrapping, it's clear why this bag was priced at $75. Every last inch is vibrantly decorated and texturally pleasing. Beyond that even, Freddy has 2 really unique features. Lenticular eyes and posable frickin' eyebrows? This is peak right here. This is wild. Now, it is true that the eyes are definitely blurry most of the time, but even so, it gives off an electronic screen type effect that really works for him. Even the bag's interior was beautifully decorated. I was definitely mesmerized by the superior quality and fantastic design, but then I tried it on. The strap adjustability is really limited on the smaller range. I'm a 5'8" adult woman, and yet I need these straps to be tighter for this to be comfortable. Being my first Loungefly bag, of course, I had no idea this was a common issue. Not specifically with all Loungefly bags, but certain, especially more expensive styles of Loungefly bags. Really sucks for all the smaller kids and teens who'd wear this bag on their butt. Luckily, the internet has blessed us with hacks. That didn't really work. It came off after 30 minutes of bleeding. If they'd made this pleather bit shorter and gave that length to the white strap, it would create more adjustability for all sizes. But that's just some Loungefly bags. The next official release doesn't have that problem. 2024 Loungefly Sun and Moon. A reasonably priced exclusive to GameStop. Oh, this bag is cute! Unsurprisingly, another well-made and colorfully designed bag. Oh! Being only $55, $20 worth of features appeared to have been dropped. Like the tag being pleather instead of metal, the zipper pulls looking more basic, plain old black interior fabric, no side pockets, and of course, the more basic strap system, which in my opinion is preferred. Now being completely comfortable to wear. Overall, a super cute and fun bag. Now, thanks to the World Wide Web, we can take a peek at the other 2 official releases that I completely and utterly refuse to afford. Bowler Hat Freddy being the first release in 2021, super duper cute, but $300, guys? Calm down. And then in 2023, Loungefly pulled out a far more obscure character, Rockstar Foxy. A super adorable and well-designed bag as well. Though I can't help but mention, the line between his eyes is pretty unnecessary and maybe a little odd. I can only guess the quality and durability ranks about the same. So now you're interested, but your wallet begs for mercy. Bioworld is here for the rescue. Never mind, they're the same price as Loungefly. I guess lacking the stamp of approval only really matters for the aftermarket scene. Well, except for this peculiar bag. Sadly, I never found this in store, but apparently it was being sold at Five Below, in the not Five Below price section. And shockingly, only for $12? However, as it is now hard to find, prepare to spend $25 to $50 on it. The strangest part though, there's no branding on this bag. And I mean nowhere. People online tend to assume it's a Bioworld bag, which makes perfect sense as Bioworld makes 90% of all FNAF bags, but I actually think it's a Five Below bag exclusively. At least that's my theory from looking at this listing. Based off the thick metal zippers, sturdy stitching, and beautifully printed pleather, I'd never guess it was being sold for the price of a single topping pizza. Seriously an amazing find. Five Below, bring these back. Okay, with that one out of the way, let's see what Bioworld released. You may recognize the brand name from things like socks, headphones, and tons of other strange Freddy finds. And beginning in 2023, Bioworld dropped their first Lounge Freddy-esque bag, Chibi Glamrocks. Found on Hot Topic shelves for the price of a Loungefly bag. The color scheme on this bag, though, is absolutely precious. Can we please get more Pastel FNAF merch? I would be so happy. Being an older bag, I did end up getting this secondhand, and must warn you that the characters slightly fade in time. Definitely don't display this near a window. Another huge downside is the strap placement. Whilst wearing the bag, you can feel them digging slowly into your back. Really, not great. Only really an issue if you have stuff in the bag. But I think that's the purpose of a bag. What's that, Shasta? You got toilet paper stuck to your foot. 1 year later, they returned with another Glamrock backpack, this time being $10 more. As much as I'd love to complain, it does appear to be an upgrade in quality and design complexity. Extra side pockets, reinforced interior zipper, and souped up straps appear to be a fair trade. However, beware the sneaky front pocket gap. Still though, I'm impressed how well Bioworld is competing against Loungefly right now. Freddy Five Bear! But now that we've dipped our toes in, I'm going to really put our next backpack to the test. I'm gonna fill this giant suitcase until it nearly bursts, and pack it with me and my family on a tour to the British Isles. We're going vacation mode. And to complete our lounge-style bags, Springtrap will be filling in as my small personal item. This little guy was chosen to accompany us on our 15-hour travel day, just because he happened to be the one I was reviewing at the time. In 2023, my family and I got to go on our first ever European vacation. And of course, we're all addicted to travel now, so we saved up to go back. I'm excited to bring you all along, testing out the biggest case of packs I was allowed to bring. Actually, it turned out that this suitcase ended up weighing too much, so I had to rearrange right in the airport. Don't you love it? As for our personal-sized yellow rabbit, even just looking at him, I'm really not surprised to hear he's our second most expensive pack thus far. There are so many details. Embroidery everywhere, pleather patches. And you guys, the interior is purple. This bag is freaking awesome! Sadly though, like Lounge Freddy, this bag cannot naturally adjust down to my size, due to the increased width of this pleather part. Come on. And as awesome as it was to see his fur hold up to the rough travel day, his larger ear moved further and further downward. It has come to my attention that it will absolutely not stand up after a month or less of use. So there's that. Wrapping up the Loungefly category, I'm surprised to see that all of the scores are ranked pretty close together. No bag blew away the rest, and no bag was so terrible it shouldn't exist. Each bag is priced differently and has features and details accordingly. It's really up to you to determine which design looks best. Bonus review! Target is now selling a Five Nights at Freddy's travel kit. And even luggage. But yeah, the luggage is for kids. It has a short handle, and I wasn't interested in breaking my spine. I did, however, snatch that travel kit, coming with an Adventure Freddy luggage tag, squishy neck pillow, and adorable packing cube. I was able to pack 5 heavy outfits into the cube, so if you're traveling south rather than north, you could probably fit a week. Not bad. As for this contraption, I've never been a neck pillow gal, and even after traveling with one, I'm still very much unconvinced. It wasn't a complete waste of space though, as it worked really well for train rides and lumbar support. The outside material is a little bit on the cheaper side, though it is removable, and the inside is memory foam. Not bad for $30. Well, minus Adventure Freddy. The trip over was not kind. And per our side plot, we have arrived in Ireland, our first of 2 countries of the trip. Let's crack open the classic category, starting with a fluffy Glamrock Freddy. This style of backpack requires 0 explanation. Do you need to bring something somewhere? This style of bag has got your back. Now we know for a fact there are 8 released in the lounge style, and even 16 plush packs so far. But these guys? Oh boy. These guys are a whole nother beast. I would probably need an entire year to review every single official design, and that's not even considering the backpacks that have been forgotten in time. I am positive I would miss at least 5. And don't even get me started on the unofficial FNAF bags. I'm pretty sure there are infinity of those. So for this backpack guide, we're only going to talk about the interesting bags. Glamrock Freddy here is super duper adorable, but if you see the zipper pocket as being his mouth,
help me.
You might think otherwise. Bioworld really enjoys zipper mouths, as you'll soon see, being similar to his pleather version but with a somewhat crusty fur texture and lower quality rubber hat. That did not hold up. Likely because of this bag's main feature, it can be flipped inside out. Whoa, no way, that's so fun! Thought you had 1 bag, turns out you have 2. A bonus being that the interior fabric is freaking adorable! Tie-dye Glamrocks with official art? Oh my gosh, yes! The ingenuity here is far beyond what I thought Bioworld was capable of. Just be wary of those strap holes or bye-bye AirPods. This fluffy boy was exclusive to GameStop, but weirdly enough, Spencer's was selling the tie-dye pattern the same year for the same price, but not a flip pack. Ooh, what a ripoff. Another bag released in 2024, Springtrap. A colorful but more simplistic backpack design from Bioworld, featuring a rubbery keychain, embroidered and pleather patch, and a random quote. "We found one. A real one." Why? Tad bit difficult explaining what that's supposed to mean to my curious family. But you know what? There are a myriad of Springtrap quotes I would not want on my backpack. For instance,
Fear and death. Perfect. It is not your flesh that sustains me. It is your fear. I can taste the fear in your breath.
ugh. Springtrap's just not a very quotable guy. At least not on a backpack. Overall, a high-quality, large-capacity bag that gets the job done. I do hate the zipper flap, though. Why the heck do they do this? If you're looking for the most gargantuan FNAF bag available, then you can't be too picky about the face. Floofy Freddy here suffers from classic Bioworld design, the one we all know and despise. If you're not already charmed, this fabric actually sells itself, and the overall build quality is impressive. The keychain is a nice touch, but forget about the glowing eyes. They're not great. In 2024, if you exit Hot Topic and check Spencer's, you'll see Bioworld made a second classic Freddy face bag, Anger Edition. This time with a shorter fur texture, larger features, and of course, a whole new face. I would readily say this look is less kooky, but that zipper mouth sealed his fate. Unlike Mega Freddy though, Anger Freddy has transformation powers. He's another flip pack. Ugh! Bioworld ugliness returns! Okay, so flipping this pack is not recommended. Actually, buying this pack is also not recommended. $80? This has to be a joke. Our last flip pack was $50, and there's no visible quality difference. And his top hat is an absolute train wreck. Though if you thought that was expensive, walk on back to GameStop. On occasion, they'll be selling Sprayground backpacks, a brand known by their sharp-toothed, shark-looking mouth that they plaster to nearly all of their products. And yes, that includes Freddy. Because for some reason 2024 was a boom for FNAF backpacks, Sprayground joined in with 5 bags of their own. And since I don't have $400 more to shell out, I picked up only the coolest looking one. Pizza Box! A classic FNAF design we've seen time and time again, but with an added dash of cheesy destruction. Oven fresh. This bag was $100 on release, but don't expect to get it that cheap now. Similarly to Loungefly, this brand's secondhand market is often explosive. Personally, I find most of their designs, the artwork in particular, to be pretty okay, but the quality is really where the value lies. It is top-notch for sure. And if you're in need of organization, this bag's 1,000 compartments has you sorted. Wait, not if you want a laptop? Here's a regular-sized notebook. It does not fit in the laptop compartment. Guess you'll just have to throw it in with everything else. So yeah, it's probably obvious, but I didn't take this bag to Ireland. I can't be trusted with something this high dollar getting thrown into overhead shelves or squishing into overcapacity pubs. So apologies for not wearing it out. I still have to pay for my flight home. Meet my stepdad, Keitho. He'll be modeling our first pack of 2025, Springtrap Face. Once again, we are switching gears right back to Bioworld. Sadly, like many other character face packs, Springtrap is rather shy and hides behind his ear at all times. But pulling it back, you'll find a rather high-quality embroidered design, maybe more so resembling a mix of classic and adventure Springtrap. The fabric is a heavy-duty woven type like the other Spring pack, but actually way thicker. It still looks completely new after our long tour day. Oh, and yeah, he's advertised as glowing, but this is just pathetic. On to our next giant FNAF face! Freddle? Surely this isn't Nightmare Freddy, right? He's got an intact ear, eyebrows, and lemon eyes. No worries, Bioworld cuts through the confusion with his product description. Oh. So this pack is a little weird. Up until this point, you could see sort of template designs Bioworld was working with. Flip packs, keychain packs, but this bag kinda just does whatever the heck it wants. His snout and top hat are stuffed like a plushie, and he's got an actual bow instead of a decal. Rather than embroidering his withering, he's got some kind of rough, thick color print. Yucky. Yeah, that and the plasticky parts could have been a little bit better executed. I mean, why make the endo visible behind the teeth if you're just gonna make it look confusing? He's cute, but like many FNAF products, absurdly goofy. Heading off to the airport, I packed our third flip pack, Classic Foxy. Or should I say, Plush Classic Foxy. Wow, this guy is super cute! Oh, he's also really shy. Super shy. You may not even get a glimpse of his face. As much as I love big ears, they often completely fail these backpacks. Even his fringe refuses to stand up. Foxy joined us, completely packed with luggage, over to the neighboring country of Scotland. Yes, you heard that right. Scotland! Bucket list item checked.
So what is that guy exactly? Is he part of a...
His name is Scott.
Scott.
As for Foxy, his interior is a fantastic collage of classic characters, making a really great second bag. Fix those ears and I'm sold. Ugh, airport stain. Now for our final 2025 flip pack. Oh, you again? Feisty Freddy returns with a new fur texture and smaller top hat. Or should I say visor. Modeled by my madre as we explored the Harry Potter-obsessed town of Mallaig. Not that I blame them, we did arrive off of Hogwarts Express. Sadly, Scotland is more proud of Harry Potter than they are their true cultural ambassador, Scottish Freddy. As for the flip side, let me tell you, I am heckin' impressed. Look at this gorgeous nightmare artwork. Popping, fun, creative, and goopy. I don't know what that's about, but I love it. Random Bioworld artist, you are my hero. Off to another bucket list location, Loch Ness, with my ancient bonus bag, Derpy 2017 Freddy. So windy! Yeah, no kidding, I've had this bag for close to 10 years, and it still looks great. Withstanding the test of time, travel, beaches, pool visits, and even the Loch Ness Monster. Yeah, of course we've seen the real Nessie. Just goes to show, Bioworld, for as much as we love to pick on them, make decent quality bags. Oh, right, and did I mention this was $5 new? Yeah, I don't think that'll ever happen again. Completing our classic-style bags, we have a newcomer to the backpack game, Hex Bonnie. Decked out with all 4 limbs and even a tail, this bag is really unique. I mean, he nearly belongs in the plush category, but spoiler alert, he can carry more than one item. He's also sized a bit like a Loungefly mini pack, though I decided against that category also for a few reasons. Totally understand if you disagree. Stylistically crafted like the Hex Plush themselves, this bag also brings unique features, like the wiry interior reminiscent of Withered Bonnie, and this doodad of a front pocket with its transparent front and removable divider, making room for creative storage or even display. My only real gripe is once again the adjustability. Chilling mid-back with a slouch is fine to a degree, but if the bag is full and heavy, it creates mild discomfort. Just like a lot of the Loungefly bags we looked at. Hex Bonnie also joined me as a personal item through the airports of Scotland, Ireland, Iceland, Seattle, and finally my destination, all in one crazy long day. Still, he remained in one piece. Overall, Hex Bonnie checks out as a plush or a bag in my book. Speaking of plush, it's finally time to review Bioworld's plushie line, that just so happened to be bags. Strap in guys, these have been being produced as early as 2016. Some of the earliest merch created! Which means, of course, we've got ourselves the classics. It likely isn't obvious, but I don't own any of the 2016 releases. But Bioworld has been continuously reproducing this line since then. And instead of a whole refresh or redesign, the line has just been tweaked and upgraded as time went on. Some of the changes that have been made include vertical zippers instead of horizontal ones, metal loops instead of plastic, and the glued eyes were upgraded to sewn ones. Characters' faces were also tweaked along the way, like Foxy's nose becoming plastic, Chica's beak got resized, and Freddy, well, Freddy is the outlier. Even in 2023, he has not changed since his 2016 release. Yeah, he's a pretty good example of what they used to look like. Oh, and you were wondering about Bonnie? He stopped existing. Yeah, he hasn't been produced since 2016, so getting my hands on a real one? Unbelievably difficult. And like all early plushies of the series, these guys are clearly based off of the FNAF 2 plush models, which probably explains Chica's enormous beak. And of course, since Plush Foxy doesn't actually have a hook, Bioworld put it on the wrong side. Overall though, Bioworld did a very decent job of replicating the characters, though that's not to say they aren't wonky, especially Freddy. But it is important to remember these designs were created to be sold for $15 a piece. That's $20 with inflation, so of course they're being sold for $30 or more now. As you can see, each bag boasts a single zip pouch that enters the head and wanders just a little bit into the torso, which means the entire torso is wasted with fluff. The pocket definitely doesn't feel roomy, but solid objects push their way in, and you can get more junk stored inside than you'd think. Smaller items, that is. My average-sized phone only fits when I take off the case. Though we did manage to fit a burger into Freddy for the movie theater.
Yeah! That sure was fun.
The straps are also very bare bones, but as such provide an incredible range of adjustability. As kooky as these guys are, I give them a passing grade. After years and years of reproducing these same 3 bags, finally 2023 changed the game and Bioworld introduced us to 3 new designs. Starting with Toasty Freddy, or Sitting Freddy. Seems they finally decided to give the namesake character a rework. A Hot Topic exclusive style. Upgraded with a plastic booper, flat eyes, and surprisingly accurate accessory fabric. This is really cool, especially considering the backpack bits and price are completely the same. I have to say, the upgrade was very much needed. Hot Topic got another exclusive that year for a higher dollar, game-accurate Glamrock Freddy. Whoa, Bioworld is seriously upping their game, how impressive! Freddy here has every last detail that the in-game plushie does, just short of the toe beans. And he's so glittery! The stitching, fabric, and quality overall is so much better than what they've made before. This guy was actually the first official design of Glamrock Freddy Plush, before Sanchi made theirs. And I think they did a truly fantastic job. Now, this isn't something I got into much with our classic category, but for those of you who really know FNAF merch, you'll likely be familiar with the mall store dynamic. Specifically, Hot Topic, Spencer's, and GameStop. Though Box Lunch and FYE participate on occasion, there's something especially chemical between Hot Topic and Spencer's. So much so that a new FNAF character was brought into our world. Welcome Spencer's exclusive Glamorous Freddy.
Yo.
Making Bioworld one of the few official brands to have created a new character. Yeah, so it's plain to see that in need of a Spencer's exclusive to rival Hot Topic's Glamrock Freddy, Bioworld altered their design into someone else. If we asked them who it was, they would probably just say Freddy. For the same price, you can get far less detail, design complexity, and questionable relevance. And yet somehow I find him truly endearing. Just look at that face. And in early 2024, Bioworld decided to go back to the game-accurate plushies, with our next backpack, Glamrock Chica. Those proportions are something. Teeny tiny little arms, giant head, and seemingly normal-sized legs create a super silly looking character. But honestly, this is pretty accurate. Once again, only one minor detail was left out from this complex design. However, that doesn't exactly mean they nailed it. It's true that in-game Glamrock Chica does have a giant head, but I think Bioworld just pushed it a little bit too far. Her eyes, earrings, gloves, and single leg warmer lack the glitter that they were supposed to have, and we get our favorite design choice, color-printed fabric. Such quality. The worst part though? I know for a fact Bioworld could have done her better, because she was priced at only $37. That's $13 less than Freddy, and could have been used to get the design just right. She's not terrible by any means, she just didn't reach her potential. Now please tell me she's got a larger pocket to make use of that watermelon head.
Superstar. I knew you could do it.
Continuing with game-accurate plushies, our reptile Monty, no! Oh no, Bioworld, he's hideous! He's not even smiling. He looks like he's in pain. Once again, being cheaper like Chica did not pay off. I get it, alligators are not easy to merchandise, plush or plastic. But please, just hire someone competent. Why is it always gotta be Monty? Alright, you know what, this is becoming Stella's new chew toy. And finally, to round out the Glamrock crew, we've got Roxanne Wolf. Oh, once again, Mark missed. Most notably, her melting face. My face! Not sure why they went the way of a Dorito, but it's not flattering. Her body is so well done and looks so cute, and then that. Clearly, this design had so much potential. For whatever reason, entering 2024, Bioworld gave up on their $50 design in exchange for the $35 one they were accustomed to. Though it's clear the Glamrocks needed a bigger budget, their designs are very complex. something as simple as a screwy head shape can be detrimental, even if the bodies look really good. Though these shoulder flaps definitely weird me out. Maybe the daycare attendant can cheer us up. On to our 30th backpack of the review, Sun and Moon. Oh, wait, sorry, that's a Funko plush. Clearly he looks nothing like the in-game plushies. Oh. Okay, so Bioworld didn't bother to replicate in-game Sun or in-game Moon. Instead, they replicated Funko's Eclipse plush, which doesn't even resemble the actual Eclipse character? Out of all 9 versions of this character, this backpack resembles none. Only the Funko plush. So if you're a fan of that design, maybe you want a backpack of him. Sadly, unlike Funko, Bioworld opted into that oh-so-lovely color printing and cheap rubbery decals. That'll last probably a week. No pants? Bro, you cannot get away with commando style when your skirt is that short. What were they thinking? What? At the very least, his design overall looks quite nice. I especially love the switch to red straps and gold loops for this design. Very, very nice touch. Jumping from Security Breach to Help Wanted 2, we have the In Need of Medical Care Helpy. Yeah, you could see the discomfort in his eyes. What an odd choice, though. To make such a sweet, cheerful character look like this? Don't tell me that's supposed to be a smile. Like the Glamrocks, just a few simple tweaks could have made him really shine. Pinker fabric instead of purple, bigger eyes, and give him a smile, for goodness sake. At least his derp is still considerably cute, unlike Montgomery Goober here. Good news though, I've noticed the zipper pockets for these packs have expanded decently beginning with the Glamrocks. So you can carry your phone and your wallet now. And the last plush pack of 2024 is the well-known popular FNAF character, Angry Freddy. Jokes aside, based off of the location of facial withering, I think Angry Freddy is just an inaccurate version of Nightmare Freddy. Or I guess you could say, stylistic version of him. Either way, I think this is one of the most adorable plush packs we've seen. There's a bit of gross printed withering, but aside from it, all the details on this guy are higher quality. Like this nonsensical embroidered endo, and glow-in-the-dark plastic-coated teeth. Highly recommend. 2025 brings us 3 more plush packs, at least at the time of this video. Maybe we'll get some FNAF 2 characters. Like our next pack, Cupcake. Toy Edition! Now get ready to have your mind blown. Wow, Bioworld remembers the function of backpacks! With the amount of storage Cupcake provided, I was able to haul snacks up to my grandparents' cabin. And even hike into the woods with all the gear we needed. Bear spray, especially. As for his appearance, he's definitely not super accurate, as Toy Cupcake has giant, adorable eyes, and our plush pack has comparably small eyes. But he's very passable nonetheless. And once again, fun-colored straps that match the character. We also got this little nightmare keychain. Super weird addition, but I love it. Bad news being that the metal loop connecting it is absolute rotten cheese and immediately stretched out after one outing. So he now has an imperfect replacement. And our newest 2 plush pack releases are both my favorite FNAF character, Springtrap. Yay, they finally made him! And you have 2 to choose from. If you're wondering why there's 2 different designs from one company at the exact same time, remember, Hot Topic and Spencer's have a thing. Hot Topic got the mildly cheaper Relaxed Springy, whereas Spencer's sells the Jumbo Gasp Spring Boy. Most interestingly, Bioworld has ventured into the Squishmallows trend of super soft stretch and squish design for these 2, which I am all for. They feel fantastic! And the price being in the 40s range seems perfectly reasonable with the abundance of higher quality details. Both of our packs have tons of embroidered bits. I especially love the endo jaws, despite their inaccuracy. Jumbo Springy's eyes are really striking, and his endo bits are made with a pleathery material that appear to be covered in rust and grime. Absolutely love that! Ooh. I definitely have some trimming to do. Chill Springtrap is more on the cutesy, glittery side of things, with dazzling feet and colorful wires draped over what appear to be bones. One of the funnest features, though, is shared between them. A wired posable ear. What? This is so cool! These packs are wildly impressive, what even? I mean, sure, the lopsided cheek and egg head aren't great, but I'm still so impressed with Bioworld right now. These two are both receiving passing grades. Congratulations! Holy cannoli, guys! We have tested and snuggled every official FNAF plush backpack, a wide range of classic packs, and all the lounge-style bags I could afford. Actually, I can't afford some of these, but you know what I mean. I hope this review was able to help you with your purchase indecision, or simply entertain with a mountain of silly faces. But before we call it a night, let's take a peek at our best of the best, top-rated packs. In the Lounge Freddy category, we have a three-way tie between Sun and Moon, Rockstar Foxy, and the amazingly priced Five Below pack. But since I didn't have Foxy in hand, these are the true winners. Don't worry, Classic Freddy was close behind. In our functional backpack category, Glamrock Freddy came out on top. Despite his frustrating flaw, his scores for comfort and cost pushed him just past the adorable Hex Bonnie bag. And finally, for our completely non-functional backpack category, our two springs nearly stole the show if it weren't for the high-quality, accurate Glamrock Freddy. Still so impressed with this guy. And I'm pretty sure you can guess our lineup of biggest losers. Although Chica doesn't really look too bad, she made her way in due to a lack of affordability. If you find yourself frustrated with my ranking, feel free to leave your winners down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye! You guys will not believe what I just found at GameStop. There is no freaking way. What even? Bowler Hat Freddy and Rockstar Foxy have been re-released! Typical Loungefly price. But luckily for me, GameStop was doing a buy one get one 50% off, so it only cost me $87. I don't believe either of these have been re-released since they first came out. Ah, he looks great! Well, I guess maybe the quality went down a little bit. The stitching right there doesn't look great. And right there. I don't think any of the 2023 bags had that issue. Alright, 2021 Bowler Hat Freddy has changed. As much as these guys actually look like the original releases, they are absolutely not. There are little details that differentiate them. For instance, Rockstar Foxy, his coloration has changed just a little bit. With the added bonus of this little zipper hanger. Oh, it's so cute. And it also says 2025. And Freddy, at first I couldn't tell what all had changed other than the obvious 3D bow, but his whole face has changed quite a bit. He now has that cutout look that a lot of Loungefly bags have. His hat doesn't have a white lining anymore. Overall, he's changed a lot. He doesn't even have side pockets anymore. How strange. They're back for 2025! Not the same, but still pretty cool. Alright, I gotta go upload. "45 nights! 5 FNAF Chica cake, let's eat!"
You're giving Freddy some bangs with your hair.
This is a dog after all, guys. I don't know what you expected. Shasta, come here. Come here. Come here, Shasta. Come here. Whoa, 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 is it taking you down? Why? Why is this in a museum? I'm leaving.